You've probably noticed something interesting when you listen to native English speakers. They use phrases and words that you never learned in textbooks. It can feel frustrating and make you doubt your own abilities. But here's the exciting part. By diving into these native speaker expressions, you'll unlock a whole new level of fluency and authenticity in your conversations. Hey there! In today's video, we've got something really cool to share with you. We'll be exploring a bunch of awesome words and phrases that native speakers use all the time. By learning these expressions, you'll sound like a pro in no time. So let's jump right in and find out why studying this vocabulary is important for fluent and natural English communication. Get excited, my friend! When it comes to speaking English well, it's not just about grammar rules and fancy words. It's about adding that authentic touch and connecting with native speakers on a deeper level. And that's exactly what these phrases will help you do. They're like secret weapons that will make your conversations come alive. Imagine effortlessly chatting with native speakers, cracking jokes, and expressing yourself easily. Well, these phrases will do just that. They'll boost your confidence and make your conversations flow naturally. The great thing about this vocabulary is that it's versatile and can be used in different situations. Whether you need to show urgency, politely decline an invitation, or simply make small talk, these phrases have got you covered. They're like magic words that will make your English conversations sound more natural. But here's the best part. By mastering this vocabulary, you'll show your dedication to understanding English culture and becoming a fluent communicator. Native speakers will notice and appreciate your efforts, and they'll be more interested in talking to you. So, whether you're a language enthusiast who loves exploring new words, or an English learner who wants to improve their conversations, this collection of expressions is for you. It's your key to unlocking fluent and natural English communication that will leave a lasting impression. Are you excited to start this linguistic adventure? Let's do it. Together, we'll explore the power of these words and phrases and transform your English conversations into something amazing. Stay curious, keep practicing, and let's get started. Thanks for joining us, and let's dive right in. A rip-off to get ripped off. Imagine buying a fake Rolex watch at the price of a real one, only to realize later that it's inferior in quality. You would exclaim, "Oh no, I got ripped off." A rip-off refers to something that is overpriced and of poor value.
Retail costs. It's understandable why people think these shoes are a rip-off when compared to their raw production costs. But they aren't the only rip-off shoes.
Instead, because there's obviously the potential to make money because there's demand, there's need, etc. But if you're fearful you're going to get ripped off, you don't go.
Products, if it comes in plastic, in a water base, you're getting ripped off, and worse, maybe you want to be ripped off. I don't want to be ripped off.
I better. Alternative to I should. When you want to express the need or urgency to do something, you can use I better. For example, I better go buy food before the shop closes.
People can sometimes think, well, I better punish lest I be the one.
Kids are growing up and out, and I better make sure I've got my friends. And that's one of the big topics that social neuroscience.
Dot, and the dots were when I did bad, bad happened to me, and by God, I better start doing good or I'm going to die.
Can't make it. If you can't attend an event or meet someone due to conflicting plans, you can simply say, I can't make it. It's a straightforward way of indicating your inability to be present. For example, Mark received an invitation to his friend's birthday party, but he already had plans to attend a family gathering on the same day. He called his friend and said, I'm sorry, I can't make it to your party. I hope you have a great time.
Over the long run, not just about the short-term win or the ego thing about, oh, I can't make it, and I'm not doing good enough right now.
I'd be like, hey guys, sorry, I can't make it. I'm really busy trying to hate the entire male population by the time I'm 30.
Right now, there is a student who is coming up with a way to convince his mom or dad that he's very, very sick and can't make it to school tomorrow.
Cheesy, corny. These words describe things that are unoriginal, overused, and excessively sentimental. You'll often hear them used to describe certain films, music, or chat-up lines. For instance, Lisa watched a romantic movie with her friends and couldn't help but cringe at the predictable plot and cliché dialogue. She remarked, "That movie was so cheesy and corny. I prefer something more original."
When I picture togetherness, well, it's going to sound a bit corny, but I think of that scene from the cartoon Lady and the Tramp, with the...
I was browsing these forums and I was like, this is really cringy and a bit cheesy and a bit, not a healthy mental state. And
If you, it's kind of cheesy, but like if you could tell your younger self anything, what would that be in terms of the advice?
Chill or chill out. To relax or unwind, especially after feeling upset, angry, or excited, you can use chill or chill out. It's like giving yourself permission to calm down and take it easy. After a long and stressful day at work, John decided to relax and unwind by listening to calming music. He told himself, I need to chill out and let go of all the tension.
They're being properly potty trained. In those scenarios, give your dogs a timeout. Put them in their crate or safe space for them to chill out.
The thing about Flamenco Beach is that it's spacious, so it's always relatively easy to find a peaceful spot and chill in the sun. And in summer, you can just chill out on the golden sand and watch the waves.
Couldn't care less. When you truly have no interest or concern about a topic, you can say, I couldn't care less. It emphasizes your lack of interest. Emily's friends were discussing a celebrity scandal, but she had no interest in gossip. She shrugged and said, honestly, I couldn't care less about what they're doing. It's not important to me.
Sell them off. They got paid right off the bat, and then they couldn't care less whether they were going to default or not. We had
have a camera crew along with me. She couldn't care less about me having a camera crew, and what resulted.
On the one hand, people who really do love understanding, and on the other hand, people who really couldn't care less about understanding. They only.
Doesn't matter. Don't mind. Don't care. These phrases are used when asked for your preference between options, but you genuinely have no preference. They convey the idea that you're open to any choice. For example, when asked, do you want to watch an action movie or a romantic movie? You can respond with, don't mind.
It's funny, I don't mind the ones that fail quickly. I'm okay, that was a big idea, that's okay. And I don't even mind the ones where we
completely differently about all of these things. And I don't mind taking that long to really consider it.
Like that's okay. We don't mind, so everybody can chill out.
You know, Don't worry about it. No worries. No problem. These informal expressions are alternative ways to say, you're welcome. They convey a sense of ease and assurance. For example, Alex thanked his friend for helping him move to a new apartment. His friend responded, don't worry about it, happy to help, no worries at all.
Boys, as they are driving, they run out of gas, so they pull off the freeway and they're in kind of a sketchy area of town. Barley says, hey, no worries, little bro. There is a spell for this, because obviously there's a spell for everything. Barley had.
But as soon as he was done with me, I get a phone call from his agent or manager saying, don't worry about it, it's not going to happen. He's an actor, he'll change his mind.
Wow.
He's going to recognize how much with the money difference.
And he said, oh, no problem. So he, this was in the days before computers, so he got on it.
Down to earth. When describing someone who is practical, realistic, and not arrogant or overly dramatic, you can use the phrase down to earth. It implies a grounded and approachable personality. For example, Susan described her new colleague as down to earth because he was always approachable, humble, and never acted superior to others.
So different from everyone else I've met. She's beautiful, she's down to earth, she's fun.
Credit, I mean, despite all this stuff I've said, I mean, he's like surprisingly down to earth in many, many ways. I talk
list. Anne's hobbies are a little more down to earth and a little more in line with her British birthright.
Easygoing, laid back. These phrases describe individuals who are relaxed, tolerant, and go with the flow. They suggest a calm and flexible attitude. Sarah's brother was known for his easygoing nature and his ability to remain calm even in stressful situations. He was a laid-back person who rarely got worked up about small issues.
Low in conscientiousness means you're much more easygoing, you're much more spontaneous, you feel that the creative is flexible. They much prefer big ideas. They like to be easygoing. Schedules make them feel boxed in.
Arrive to the beaches of Isla Verde, it feels quite laid back and relaxed, with plenty of sand for everyone to unwind on.
Fair enough. Used in informal conversations, fair enough signifies that something is acceptable or understandable. It acknowledges the other person's viewpoint or situation. Sarah and Mark were discussing their vacation plans, and Mark suggested going to the beach. Sarah replied, sure, fair enough. I'm open to that idea.
And then I said, well, fair enough. Maybe he's right.
Maybe he's right, I'll never understand, but I always thought I did.
Tom Peters talks about it. It's fail fast, learn fast, fix fast. And as long as you fix fast and you're open, the people will go, yeah, fair enough. Okay, I'm back in.
In a peer-reviewed academic journal, and most of the people who read this just said, okay, well, fair enough, but I think that's a fluke.
I get it. When you want to express understanding or comprehension, you can simply say, I get it. It shows that you have grasped the concept or idea being discussed. Tom explained a complicated concept to his friend, and his friend nodded and said, I get it now, thanks for explaining it so clearly.
Yourself, I'm stressed out, I get it, but I'm going to work for 5 minutes. 5, 4, 3, 2.
On end, maybe even hours on end. And I get it if you're in a new relationship and all you want is
during the interview. I get it. The texts, the pings, the calendar reminders. We don't love when...
Go ahead. Go for it. These informal phrases are used to give someone permission or encouragement to do something. They convey a sense of support and approval. Lisa's friend hesitated to try a new dance move. Lisa encouraged her by saying, go ahead, you can do it. Go for it.
Okay, fine. All right, you want to win by cheating? Go ahead, all right? Phoebe, the touchdown does count. You win.
Oil. So let's go ahead and make us some lemonade.
Up to this point, but let me go ahead and fill you in real quick. Frequency therapeutics has been progressing.
To grab, used informally to mean get. While grab typically means to hold something, in informal contexts, it's often used to mean get. For instance, hey, want to grab a coffee? Implies getting a coffee together.
Idea, right? You and me, we've been friends for a while. We know grab your phone, grab that blue light, and honey, sleep is off the table.
And people feel comfortable doing that so that, you know, it's a real, like, grab your friends and some popcorn and cheer at the screen. Like, it's a really good, fun movie. How many films?
I can't grab all of this in one clip, and that's kind of the point. If Peterson had just told...
Hang on. When you need someone to wait for a moment, you can use hang on to indicate that you'll be right back or need a brief pause. Lisa received a phone call while she was in the middle of cooking dinner. She told the person on the line, hang on for a moment, I'll be right back.
The persistence of that thought going into your mind is now going to realize that, oh, hang on a second, this is something I need to pay attention to.
Someone at the table just said, hang on just a second, our founder is crying.
They kind of sort of say, okay, hang on, give me like 5 minutes, and then come back dressed.
How come? Alternative to why. How come is another way of asking why. It's a commonly used phrase among native English speakers. Mark noticed that his favorite restaurant had closed down. He asked his friend, how come the restaurant shut down? It was always busy.
A question, how come that we have, the important men of...
If it's such a big deal, how come we don't know about it? I never got
keys. And you're like, how comes I couldn't see it? It's like right in front of me.
I'm afraid used to mean I'm sorry, but... Although afraid usually means being scared, it is also used to express regret or to convey a negative outcome. For example, I'm afraid the tickets are sold out for today's show.
I'm going to call you a researcher, I think, but I'm afraid if I call you a researcher, no one will come because they'll think you're boring and irrelevant.
Flaring up? Yes, I'm afraid on the world stage today, Britain's the idiot.
It's up to you. When making a decision together and you want to give the other person the authority to choose, you can say, it's up to you. It signifies that they have the freedom to decide. Mark and Sarah were deciding on a movie to watch together. Mark said, I'm fine with any genre. It's up to you to choose.
That you've always dreamt about? Nobody's coming to write the business plan for you. It's up to you.
It's up to you because you are expressing yourself, your experience, your own flavor.
Empower you for good or bad, it's up to you to make that decision.
Make yourself at home. When welcoming someone into your home, you can use the phrase make yourself at home to indicate that they should feel comfortable and at ease. Sarah welcomed her cousin into her house and said, make yourself at home. Feel free to grab anything you need.
Make yourself at home in Lancaster City.
My bad. My bad is a colloquial way to admit a mistake or take responsibility for something you did wrong. It's a casual way of saying my mistake. Sarah accidentally spilled a drink on her friend's shirt. She quickly apologized and said, oops, my bad. I didn't mean to do that.
You keep walking
Sorry, I was
away
about to
from
grab
me.
the unit. Sorry, my bad.
Apologizes. Nobody stops to say, my bad. They just keep going.
I memorize it as Evan. Sorry, my bad. Yvonne.
Not my thing. When something doesn't align with your interests or preferences, you can say not my thing to express that it's not something you enjoy or engage in. Mark's friends invited him to go skydiving, but he declined and said, "No offense, but extreme sports are not my thing. I prefer more relaxed activities."
This is just not my thing. And there are topics.
The point. And it's just not, I don't like being on my phone. It's just not my thing. So I don't think it would be effective because it's not something that gets my heart rate going.
No way! This exclamation is used to express surprise or disbelief. It's a common phrase among English speakers when encountering unexpected or astonishing information. Sarah's friend told her that she won a trip to a tropical island. Sarah exclaimed, "No way! That's incredible!"
I like this me and Jesus stuff. Those people with that 15-person passenger, man, I've got to be with no way. I don't.
And we'll tell you what it means. But the king said, no way.
It's a glass cylinder of all these origami wheels, as if they're kind of in a display tank or something. And I thought, oh, no way. These animals swim, 50 miles a day, and they're just...
Speak of the devil. When someone being talked about suddenly appears, you can use the phrase, "speak of the devil," to indicate the coincidence. It adds a playful tone to the situation. Mark was talking about his colleague, and just as he mentioned her name, she walked into the room. Mark laughed and said, "Speak of the devil! We were just talking about you."
So, I think he's okay in that department.
Did you hear us talking
Speak of the devil.
Give me 1 second. Speak of the devil. Got my new Amazon package delivered. So, there was a time where people...
Will Young, but... Oh, there you go. Here we go. Speak of the devil.
Take care. Take it easy. These are friendly and informal ways to say goodbye. They convey well wishes and a relaxed attitude. Sarah said goodbye to her friend and wished her well by saying, "Take care and have a great day. Take it easy."
Confident person. And I'll be back with a new lesson soon. Till then, you take care and have a great day.
We'll see you later, Sam. Take it easy, Lancers.
For the GoPro.
All right, we'll see you guys later.
All right, take it easy.
What are you up to? This phrase is an informal way to ask someone what they are currently doing or their plans. It's used in casual conversations to show interest in their activities. Sarah called her friend and asked, "Hey, what are you up to right now? Anything interesting?"
And Eric's like, "What are you up to?" I'm like, "Oh, just getting lunch."
And he says, "Oh yeah, I was in prison for 16 years on attempted murder."
Well, I asked him, like, what are you up to, blah, blah, and he's like, I just came out of prison, attempted murder. I was like, that's not good, that's not good.
Hi, Applejack. What are you up to today?
Whatever. Whatever has a few different meanings. It can be used as a general term for any or no matter what. It can also be used as a dismissive response to indicate that you don't fully believe or care about what someone is saying. Mark and Sarah were discussing their favorite TV shows, and Sarah mentioned a show she enjoyed. Mark replied dismissively, "Yeah, whatever. I'm not really into that genre."
Whatever noise I make, they try to follow me. Essentially.
The girls or anything that you do or get drunk or whatever. I don't want to be with myself.
Your job, take an airplane, fly across the world, whatever.
Yeah, instead of yes. In casual conversations, native English speakers often use yeah instead of yes. Yeah sounds more natural and less formal, conveying a friendlier tone. Sarah's friend asked her if she wanted to join a hiking trip. Sarah replied, "Yeah, I'd love to go."
State, yeah, we can build factory farms with no windows.
A lot of it's on the stage. Social entrepreneurship, yeah, absolutely, phenomenal. We need
an idea than it is to program it.
Yeah, I was listening to some of your music yesterday as I was kind of like...
And there you have it, a wide range of informal English expressions that will make your conversation sound more authentic and natural. Thanks for watching, and remember to practice these expressions to become a confident English speaker. If you found this video helpful, be sure to give it a thumbs up and subscribe to our channel for more language learning content. Feel free to leave any questions or comments below. Take care, and see you in the next video.